In fact, which is going to be among some of the things that are in need of money. In fact, giving out. Not zakat, giving out. As a Muslim, you should be generous to be giving out. A good Muslim's culture is to give out. Give out to everybody. And especially when you are imam. And most imams, Abu Bakr has gone out. You know, it's a big imam. Most imams, when they say Fisabilillah in the mosque, you will not put cover in the box. You don't go and sit down. You should give. أتأمرون الناس بالبر وتنسون أنفسكم وأنتم تتلون الكتاب أفلا تعقلون الذين ينفقون أموالهم بالليل والنهار سرا وعلانية وأنفقوا مما رزقكم الله هل أدلكم على تجارة تنجيكم من عذاب أليم تؤمنون بالله ورسوله وتجاهدون بأموالكم. All these verses of when you start reading Baqarah, you find out that the content is all about giving out. Because when you give out, you don't have enemy. When you are giving out, even at the level of your wife, no matter how stubborn that woman, if you are giving out, there will be no crisis in that house. I'm telling you, go and study it. My mother cannot say no to this. Give out, even at unexpected, based on your income. You don't give what you don't have. But some men, even a single 2,000 naira that is in pocket, you like to go and take it so that when they are taking the jalabia for washing, they will not see the 2,000 naira. What is your business with you? Let that be 2,000 naira. Any amount given for market, go and buy this. For those who are going to market, of course, that has been discussed whether she should work or she should not work. Now, that amount that remains, that change also is a battle. Bring the 750 that remain. What do you need it for? As a man, you are supposed to be giving outsiders, talk less of insiders. When you give insiders, you have double reward than to give outsiders. Now, in fact, is key. In fact, is very, very key. In fact, Allah said, ليس البر أن تولوا وجوهكم قبل المشرق والمغرب ولكن البر من آمن بالله واليوم الآخر والملائكة والكتاب والنبيين وآتى المال وآتى المال على حبه ذوي القربى واليتامى والمساكين وابن السبيل والسائلين وفي الرقاب. Then Allah said وأقاموا الصلاة. He mentioned of welfareism and giving out before he mentioned Salah in this verse, to confirm to you that your iman will be shaken when you don't have the attitude and habit of giving out. But there is no source of income. What are you going to give outside? Even the sand you don't have it. Because it's money now. If you have a tip of sand of tip, I say it's money. So the reality is that until when this area is very clear to leaders, scholars and imams, they are going to be in trouble for the next decades and even centuries. It must be corrected. Our forefathers in the past, the prophets, were all having something to do with it. It is now that the whole concept has been changed and is accepted by the imams. You go to Sunnah, you go to Oku, you go to this desk, you go and sit down collecting money. You say that is your shop. Any Sunnah, it is the imam that will name it. You know why? It's because of money. Who tell you that it's the responsibility of imam? It's not the responsibility of imam to name the child. It is the responsibility absolute of the father. And he can name him that day in the hospital. The name of this child is Abdullah. You should put something in his mouth, either honey or debino. That's all. And you may take the sunnah of calling prayers. That's all. On the 7th day, Imam will come, everybody will come. If you have money, you slaughter as many as possible rams. But the duty bound on you also, look again, money also. You must buy 2 rams for a male child and 1 ram for a female. This is the list. But you can slaughter 100 if you like, so that you distribute to all the community. That you eat. When the man is going, give him 1 million if you have. But it's not his duty to come and sit down waiting for the name. Someone will tell you the name has crashed on the plane while coming in. Anybody who loves this man, For them to save the crowd from crashing, they should bring money. Right from Abaji downwards. So here in the family is that already what is going to be given to Imam is known. The kola nut that will be distributed is what is packed aside. The sweet is packed aside. Even the ram when slaughtered, the neck is going somewhere. These are some of the illegal sources. So in fact, it's duty bound on leaders, Islamic leaders to do, and when you don't have the source. Now these are some of the reasons why you must have a source of income. Part 2. How will a scholar, being an imam, a scholar again, how can you combine this law that is key and primary and then looking for these necessities of life? How? You are now first of all to test yourself. Test your potentials. If you know you cannot combine it, if you are to ask me, as simple as I am, I will tell you, leave imamship and go to farm, and go to market, and go to office, and go to any other business. Tell them where to look for your imam. Even if imamship is in your house, even if you are inheriting your father, who has been the imam. I told some committee members about 3 months ago that is clashing in their mosque with the imam and the committee members. And you know these committee members are very powerful. So they are asking for my advice. I said, look, if I'm the one, me, in my family, there is no imam before me. There is no imam. If it is me, I will rise the nation, I will give you with my left hand. If you refuse to collect it, I will throw it to you and I will leave. For this definition. But let me tell you, this task ahead of you, removing this imam is very dangerous. Because as you are against him with no facts, there are his followers who may not take it lightly. So the job ahead of you is a tough one. It really is a tough one. Till now, this issue is dragging and running. An area is involved and it's very hot. Hotter than what expected. Now here when you came to me, I say, okay, since you have taken upon yourself the battle, no going back. Fight to the core. Because I told you earlier that if I was one, I would simply resign. So you can see why some people cannot combine the two. If they are not combining the two, they should take the one Allah will ask them. The responsibility of your family and the ummah. So you will enter Al-Jannah before Imam. Do you think it is only Imam that makes you qualified with them? It's not only Imam. Ladan also can enter Jannah before Imam. You are not careful. Because he called everybody to come. So here you have to select one or you combine the two perfectly. Don't complain that because of imamship you cannot do it. If you are complaining, then you leave imamship. Number one, family. Allah has blessed this country with land. And you see, if people are going to go back to farm, I'm telling you that they are going to be millionaires. Allah will bless it. But an imam will be sitting down, no farm, nothing. Even our aged forefathers who are imams and teaching Quran, it is not children that used to go to their family and farm for them. They don't rely on begging. They have source of income. They will have food in that house next year. And people at that time respect them. They will give them money, they will give them zakat, they will give them so many things. It has changed now. And when things are changing, you should change also alongside. Because you have the solution in the Quran. Zira, farming is among the oldest form of farming. And it remains very strong and powerful. You can see this administration trying to take us back to farm. Well, we are not here to discuss that area. Okay, the pyramid. Yes, we are not discussing that. But we are saying the reality is that going back to farm is a source of earning that will make you to be independent. And here also women can participate. It's not necessarily you must be there. When you have a good manager, a sincere one for that matter, he can be there in your farm and do everything that, even if you are there, you cannot do more than that. In fact, you can even do less. So family is key. We don't need to go into nitty-gritty, because that is a very wide also area Islam has discussed. We have a number of types of families, which I've mentioned some few here, which I will discuss. There is business, buying and selling. But I mentioned it. وَحَلَّ اللَّهُ الْبَيْعَ وَحَرَّمَ الرِّبَى. That also is among the oldest form of earning, buying and selling. Why should an imam not buy and sell? Why? I once told some imams, if imams are organized, you can buy things here in the north, and especially farmers, and post it to your imam in Lagos. He will send somebody to collect it and sell it for you, and he will send his own down to you. With this actual development in technology and sciences, then you create a very powerful relationship, and then you have business together. You agree. This is a simple example that can be executed. You allow everybody to be doing it and waiting for them to give you some changes. Dishonoring you. You can send tomato there, you can send cow there. Imam can do it. Why not? Imam have respect. There are those who respect him in the mosque. Even if they are few, he can use them also to assist him. And they will willing to assist him. And more so that when they are assisting the imam, and the imam is giving them feedback. You know some imam, they are very miser. They will give them money, and their followers are seeing, then they will give it in the pocket, and they will pray for them. Is it prayer that you are giving? People are giving money, put them in the pocket, and you will pray for them. They want money to give them money, pray